United have agreed personal terms with the player, Mazraoui. I don't know. I think it was also in the news last time, but it's generating and picking up pace. Guitar, you think he will be a good replacement for Wan-Bissaka? Would he be an upgrade, or the levels are still the same? There's the difference is the similarity, because that means Bissaka has to leave. By the way, you also have Dalot, who I think is also mid. I mean, he's a good player, but he's a mid. He's mid, sorry.
No, he may be mid in terms of technical abilities, but what he brings to the team is different. That is in reference to Dalo. I think we are not. It would be far-fetched to compare Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Mazraoui. They are two different players, and in fact, their role that they are bringing, I mean, would be different. Personally, I'm a huge fan of Wan-Bissaka when it comes to defending. I know Manchester United fans tend to call him Spidey. He's very good at getting off. You know, there are players who are good going forward with the ball. You'll see like Alexander Trent-Arnold, you know, Walker coming back to pick the ball off a winger is something else. That's one of the players who are good with those 1v1 situations is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, I liked how Mazraoui, when he was in the Moroccan team, was playing. I didn't get a chance to appreciate him. I would think he's maybe good going forward, but he's not really a one-for-one change. Maybe perhaps they need to free up some kind of financial, gap or space. But if you're going to change Aaron Wan-Bissaka and you want really to get a better upgrade, then for me there are better players to go for than him. But if you need another player, he's a good substitute. So for me, it's one of those.
He doesn't cut it.
No, it's good. I'm not saying it's not good, but you're not really upgrading that much. I mean, when you're seeing like teams are now really the business of Premier League has become cutthroat. If you're going to replace a player and really get another player, you must have to get a really good player that's going to change the dynamics. I don't know how it's going to fit into the kind of Eric Ten Hag system, but given that
that's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about because we all know. Wait. We all know he's had Mazraoui in back then Ajax. Yeah. Yes. Ajax. Then he had Anthony. Remember, they all play from the same. So there's a feeling that their connection. If he comes this side, maybe he might help Anthony play well or play better than he's playing right now.
Then go for Flimpong.
No. That's why they're bringing Mazraoui because they did play together at Ajax. KDM, tell me, David, tell me what you think.
You're laughing. I don't want to steal that opportunity from the United fans, but nevertheless, for me, when I watch the signing of Mazraoui, it tells me that Ten Hag is going to ensue or embark on a more deliberate strategy, right? He wants to play a certain way. So he's bringing players in that will lift the technical level of the team. Mazraoui, I agree with Zach, Mazraoui and Wan-Bissaka are two different profiles. But more specifically, Mazraoui is comfortable with the ball. And for me, that tells me Ten Hag actually wants to play or to go toe-to-toe with the best teams in the league. Whether it means holding the ball and just dominating the game from that perspective, I think Mazraoui will support that strategy better than Wan-Bissaka ever could. I don't think of him as, yes, he's a defender, but when I think of purely defensive roles, I'm thinking Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka was once the best 1v1 defender in the Premier League, right? Mazraoui is not doing that. Mazraoui is contributing to a strategy of holding the ball. And yes, I agree, he's going to salvage that investment in Anthony, possibly. We've seen where it fails, right? We've seen the case of...
but David, the thing is, at the moment, Ten Hag really has confidence in Dalot. Perhaps maybe sometimes, how sometimes when he's having the injury issues, he will move, maybe moving Dalot down the other side where he's not really effective. So he will move Mazraoui onto the left. But in most cases, I highly doubt. Ten Hag strikes me as those kind of coaches who, they really, really have this thing for. He's emotional in his, not emotional rather. He's loyal in his decisions. He will play Diego Dalot until you feel Diego Dalot has nothing to give. So I will not be surprised if Mazraoui is coming off the bench.
Well, I think if he comes and he plays the same way he was playing in Ajax, he might get a nod and steps into the starting 11. Josh, your mic is muted. I can't really hear. I see.
Now, Ten Hag is trying to have footballers at the club because the guys who get the job done fail to get the job done.
If as teams like Arsenal signing Ricardo Calafiori, if you have teams like City having Walker, I mean, go for a right back who is really up to the task.
Honestly,
I'm not saying
he is.
Josh,
if you do understand,
he's
is he better than Ben White?
He's average.
Is he better than Ben White?
Yes.
No.
I'm very cautious to use things like better than, because
because I've not even told you about the attributes of Mazraoui as a footballer and why Eric Ten Hag would want to have him at the club. You see, sometimes in the window, you set out a plan to have certain players. Then you fail to have those players, but then you have the next best thing. Now, if a player like Mazraoui falls in your lap, you take him. This guy has played at Bayern, he's played at Ajax, he's played in the Champions League, he's played at the highest level. He's a Morocco international, he's played at the World Cup. And now, let me tell you why Mazraoui could actually be a good signing for United. Like Zach said, he can unearth something about Anthony. But for me, that is not why he's there. You see, we've had a problem the whole of last season, all for the time that we've had Wan-Bissaka playing that position. Wan-Bissaka can do what you expect of him, good at 1v1, but he's not technically good with that ball. Or his brain cannot think beyond the obvious of make it off that guy, and he doesn't know what to do with the ball. He goes in forward positions. Do you know the most funny thing about Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Aaron Wan-Bissaka, every time he crossed the ball at United, he fell down. I don't know why.
Most of the time. Yeah, David, 30 seconds. David
is a poor crosser.
David, 30 seconds, say something.
Mazraoui is a technically gifted player. I would have him any day.
Yes,
I think United fans will grow to appreciate Mazraoui. Personally, I think he elevates the technical level, especially on that back line. And we can see that that's the same approach that Ten Hag went for with Leniero. By the way, are you guys aware that Leniero has gotten injured?
Well, we are coming to that. I know Josh is not happy. Josh is not
so the profile we're seeing Ten Hag is lifting. He's deliberately lifting the technical level of the team. He tells us what he wants to do next season. He really wants to play football.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Well, Tim is saying the two are very, very, very different fullbacks. That's what he says. He shares the same. He shares with the same.
I agree with him 100%.
He agrees with me. Okay.
Okay, guys. What is in dispute? What was
one is a footballer. One is a footballer, and one plays
the
football.
other gets the job done.
He plays football.